I hadn't. Yeah, you're putting me to shame.
No, it's fine. We'll have a private session.
Yeah, because I really don't know.
Yeah.
We can do everything else amongst ourselves, but the live streaming thing, you've got me on that one.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, we've had a really bad situation with the power in South Africa in the last 10 days again. And it's a bit better the last few days, but the level is still very high. So we are live now. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, from wherever you are in the world. Thank you for taking off your time to join us in this session. In this our our daily rendezvous of the week. Um, it gives us really pleasure. We do not take this for granted. It's a very, very important aspect of our community. Um, we really, really appreciate your time, and we are going to focus on just two simple aspects today. Um, one of which is the process for the acquisition of the mailbox, and then also something that a lot of people do not know. You may not have seen it. Um, how to communicate with another member of the community on Transact. And we'll keep just informing you of some of this, the availability of some of these tools as we go. This week is going to be very exciting. There are a number of things that we are looking at, and as the days go by, we'll make them available to the community. And I want to really take this opportunity to thank all the leaders, Brother Ellard, Brother Patrick, Sister Pauline, Sister Lumba, these soldiers. You need to know how late sometimes at night they are basically taking a look at every single account and making sure that people, everyone's account is in proper order and everything is flowing as it's required. With every other member of the support team, we really, really appreciate the effort. Um, so, as I said, I already said this before, but I'm just saying this because we are recording at the moment. We want to keep every single meeting to an hour. We want it to be very tight, very precise, so that we do not keep people in the meeting for extended periods, and also that we do not if we keep going at 2-3 hours a day, 2-3 hours a day, at some point there's going to be a burnout, which is not what we would like. So welcome, Dr. Linus. I think we can get into it. Good evening.
Sorry, Dr. Linus, to intrude. If anyone keeps unmuting yourself, once I've muted you, I will put you in the waiting room. Please do not unmute yourself until you are requested to do so. I'm not going to call no names, but I'm going to mute you. And who I've muted, please stay muted until there's a Q&A section. Yes, Bertrand, you're going in the waiting room if you unmute yourself again. Thank you. Sorry, Dr. Linus, please go ahead.
Thank you very much. Welcome to this session. Brother Mb has done the introduction already. Thank all the members for dialing in today. We really appreciate this time that we spend on a daily basis. I just wanted to add that. As we know, we are gathered as a community to tackle two problems, that of inclusion and that of affording or making sure that as a community we have access to a common instrument of exchanging value. We believe that by addressing those two problems, we will empower individuals, communities, and businesses to trade, and as a result, create a generation of individuals and entrepreneurs and businesses that really are able to participate in the modern digital economy. Certainly, one of the biggest wealth creation opportunities that we see in the continent as the African Continental Free Trade Area. We couldn't possibly embark on operationalizing that with over 70 or over 90% of people being excluded from participating in a new digital economy, as it is the case in many countries within continental Africa. And so the economic community of the African diaspora, ECO6, is very committed and very determined to introduce the common instrument of exchanging value, the LUMI, and to ensure that we work as a community to deliver first and foremost access to everyone that can have access, so that we can work together to level up, fight poverty, fight exclusion, and be able to deliver a kind of ecosystem that can support individuals, youth and employment, and also businesses to strive. Having said that, we have determined over the last several sessions that email and delivering of critical information is key. It has been one of the support areas that the support team has worked diligently to try and provide support. But despite all that effort, if they need to send you critical information such as password resets, and you are not able to deliver or receive that in a timely fashion, that impacts the way that you actually experience and use the services, and therefore impacts the speed with which we can achieve our overall goals of total inclusion by reaching every household across our community and across all the countries in which we are represented. So on that note, we came up with the mailbox service to solve that problem. And it is proving to be very efficient for those people who have actually accessed it already. But we also know that it's been difficult and challenging for some people to actually access it. And we will continue to learn as a community and improve that process and make it better. At the moment, we started off with 2 products, getting a bundle. The bundle would cost you 1 LUMI and $1 US. And the idea is to be able to retail that for $2 US and 2 LUMI, giving you 100% return on your money, but at the same time ensuring that activation emails can be received on time as you onboard members across the community. And when you buy a bundle, the initial expectation was to receive coupons. We noticed some people have had challenges using those coupons because on at least a number of occasions, we've entered the coupon number. And even though the transaction gets processed, there is a message that gets displayed that there is an error. I just want to bring this to the attention of members of the community that when you see that, don't worry. The order has actually been taken and the email account will be activated and you will be informed. But of course, we need to make that better. And so what we think is that as part of improving that process, perhaps when you buy your bundle, you could provide the Swifin ID and or the names of the people that you want those email boxes to be assigned to in the same order. That way, you place one order and the names are captured in the order and the mailboxes are generated or created for that person and the person can then be informed. Why would it be helpful to have the Swifin ID? Because they can then be informed on account, because there's a very efficient, secure messaging service which is internal on account, and their password can be notified there, and also their email account or email address on account can be updated as part of the process of creating that email. So we can make the changes as rapidly and as quickly as possible. That's the first point. The second point that has been raised by the community in the recent conversations or daily briefings that we've had was the need to assist or enable those who are in areas where they are not able to pay in fiat, but they want to be able to use their Lumi to still get the mailbox. It is important that everyone that needs it can have it. And so we've introduced a process where you can actually acquire the mailbox just using completely Lumi. And that'll be 10 Lumi, it will cost 10 Lumi. And you can only place that order on account. You can do it in exactly the same way as you currently initiate a transfer from account into transact. And so I'm going to share my screen and show that process. We believe that one is actually quite efficient and people should not experience any difficulties when using it. And as a result, we are going to encourage you that when you are buying a bundle, you should provide the Swifin ID of the people that you have already assigned the bundles to, so that those accounts can be activated for them. So if you would permit me, I'm going to share my screen and just show that very quickly. And then we'll stop and just go through the experiences of some of the people, members of the community who have attempted to use this already, so we can address any questions that arise. We will start taking questions after I have shown that. And I'll make it very quick and very brief. So I'm going to share my screen.
Thank you, Dr. Linus. In the meantime, while Dr. Linus is doing that, can iPhone 13 Pro Max, iPhone 13, if that is you or someone knows who that is, can you get them to rename themselves, please? If you're not too sure how to do it, can you put your name in the chat and we will do it for you? iPhone 13 Pro Max. Can you please rename yourself? Thank you.
Okay, so I'm sharing my screen now. Make it bigger. As always, you will simply go to connect.swifin.com. That's your starting point. And you would enter your username and your password and you would log in. Any login with that login box on the top left is to log into Connect. So don't try to use it to log into account. Don't try to use it to log into transact. Once you are in Connect, if you then want to access account, then of course you need to use this menu to go into account. You want to go into transact, you need to use this menu to go into transact and so forth. If you want to access courses, then you use this. It's very much self-explanatory. Now, if you want to get a mailbox, you can now pay with Lumi completely. And to do that, you click on this link here, go to Mailbox and click that. You would be able to access the same link when you go under account, because it's an account service. Okay, so you can do it under account. You click buy mailbox with Lumi, or under mailbox, buy mailbox with Lumi. It takes you to the same place. Okay, so let's click there. Now, of course, you have to log in. As always, depending on how you've been using yours, you might see this message. When you see it, don't worry about it. Just click OK. This one that says access denied. It just means that you're probably trying to access a page at that particular time, which you are not allowed to access. So when you click OK, this window will come up. Then you have to log in. Here, of course, it's your Swifin ID that you need to provide and your password, and then you log in. I clicked on the link. Remember, I clicked on the link to buy the mailbox, and it presented with the login screen. That's because I was not logged into account. This is an account service. So if you go through this process and you have to log in like I have, then you can click on account and go to system payment. And now, of course, there are two system payments. It's important to emphasize that. And we have seen this already, where some people have tried to actually complete this, and they are thinking that they are making a request to transfer into transact. So you need to click on this drop down and you need to pick what you want. Now you have to do this because there are two system payment types. So if you want to buy the mailbox, just make sure that it's selected. That is the default. The price is 10, okay? But at the moment, we don't have a way of we haven't determined a way of enforcing it to be 10. If we enforced it to be a maximum of 10 or a minimum of 10, then it means you can only do one transaction a day. So make sure it's 10. Don't put more. If you put more than 10, then what will happen is that the transaction will be declined, but a separate transaction will be initiated for just 10 Lumi, okay? Because we don't want anybody to be charged more than 10. But you can actually enter a higher value here. Oops, sorry, my mistake. Okay, so once you logged in, you can access that. Let me just start again. Buy mailbox with AKL, and it should come up with that screen where you simply now just enter the values. The amount should be 10. So you enter 10. Make sure it's AKL mailbox that is selected. Just check, just to make sure that that's what you're doing. You need to enter your first name. So in my case, that'll be Linus, and then your last name. In my case, that'll be Etube. And if you want to put a description, you can do that. Now, ideally, when this is done, it will be checked that the person who owns the account, which is the Swifin account, is the one who is making the order. So this first name and last name have to match, essentially. But let's assume that you are buying this for somebody whom you want to have an email account activated before they can actually create their Connect account. Then you can put a description, put a message, and say, please assign to first name, last name. Okay, so you put the name, the first name of the person and the last name. Linus Etube, for example, or Augustin Danda. And then you submit. That's if you want to do this on behalf of somebody else. Okay, then you submit. When you do that, this message gets displayed. I would encourage everyone to actually just read it. I know it looks long, but it says this payment is for mailbox only. So please don't do this and expect a transfer into Transact, okay? Because it's only for the mailbox. And it is it's for 10 AKL. Don't put more than 10 AKL. If you put more than 10 AKL, the transaction might just be declined. But as I've said, if the intention is to get the mailbox and you provided the first name and the last name, then the chances are a separate transaction of just 10 AKL may be initiated in order to process the mailbox. And then you submit. That's it, and then you wait, okay? Once you submit, as soon as it is approved, you will be notified again on account. So just make sure that you log back in your account regularly and check when the order has been processed. If it is processed and you go to your home screen, you will see a message, for example, here, which says that it's been completed. The password, the username and the password will be provided in that message so that you can go straight and access your mailbox. To access the mailbox at that point, with the information, you go to mailbox and you click on login, and then you simply enter your username and your password and click sign in, and that will take you to your mailbox. And from this point on, you should be able to receive all the notifications as swiftly as possible. I have to say that this mailbox actually, even though we say it's a Swifin mailbox for smooth access to Swifin services, you can use it for your general messages. And if anybody in the audience wants to send a quick email just to see that coming through, then you can do that. The email address is linus.etube@inbox.swifin.com. So you can use it to communicate and use it as your general email box. So does anybody want to volunteer to send an email to that address just as a test? Or anybody who wants to receive an email as a test, then I can send one. Any volunteer?
Yes, I will volunteer, Dr. Linus.
Okay, so you just send to linus.etube@inbox.swifin.com. You can use any of your email clients, whether it's Gmail or Hotmail.
Repeat, Linus, Etube.
Linus.etube, as you can see on the screen, @inbox.swifin.com.
Okay.
And when you send, it should be delivered. It will come in here. So just try that. We just need one. So if anybody has succeeded to send, please just say that so that we can check and make sure that it comes in. I'm just refreshing regularly. Okay, this is one from Brother B, and you see it's from Endless Life group, just for a test. Okay, and of course I can reply to it in much the same way that you do with any other mailbox. Okay, I'll just say many thanks received. Okay, so even though we've been promoting this as your mailbox for Swifin transactions, and we would like to keep it light so that you use it primarily for your Swifin transactions, but there is really nothing stopping you from using it as your traditional or your main mailbox. What will happen is that the capacity may be capped in order to ensure that as we onboard millions and millions of people, that we are keeping the storage requirements to a minimum to maintain smooth operation without keeping the costs very high. But when you have this and you have any notifications from the system, whether this is from account or from Connect or from Transact, as long as you are using your Swifin mailbox, you are certainly guaranteed for those messages to be delivered to you very promptly. And these are others that we have received here. This is one from Sister Pauline. As you can see, there's another one there from Brother Elad. You can see that. Now, let's see which email address Brother Elad used. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this is from a Gmail account, as you can see. Okay, so the messages should come in. I can try to reply. Chances are it will be delivered, but if there is if Gmail actually doesn't deliver them on a timely basis, then it will not come in as swiftly. The reply may not go out to Brother Elad as swiftly as the email came in.
Mine, Dr. Linus, mine is from Hotmail, so you can do Dr. Brother Elad's because he's a Gmail and I'm a Hotmail, so we can see the difference between the two.
Okay, so that's a Gmail. I have sent it. Brother Elad, please, when you do get it, do confirm that you have received it, and we will look at Sister Pauline's.
Hello, Dr. Linus. It came instantly. I received it.
You received it instantly. Okay, very good.
Yeah.
And this is Sister Pauline's. That's from Hotmail. So let's have a look and see. I can just simply reply to this in the same way and say many thanks. Okay, and then you click this green button to send. And Sister Pauline, if you've received it, that's great. As I've said, sometimes it's delivered, sometimes it's not delivered, sometimes it's delayed, and you have to wait for a while to actually get it. But within our own infrastructure, we aim to make sure that this is really as instant as it can be. The focus is not on aesthetics, so it may not be looking all singing and all dancing. It's focused on making sure that it is one, secure, and two, you can get instant and almost real-time access to your messages, and that all the communication is completely encrypted. Okay, so connection is secure, as you can see, and you can check out the certificate information yourself, and so forth. And you can see that is actually coming from Swifin. So there is. Okay.
Just to let you know, Dr. Linus, mine has not come through. So whereas Chief Brother Ella's one has, but mine has not yet come through. So it just shows you the difference in the delivery time.
Exactly. And we have a response, okay? Because when our system tries to send out messages, 4 seconds ago, there was a response. And this one is saying that the message to Pauline at hotmail.com has not been delivered. And it says service provider, since part of your network, of their network is on our block list. Now, our system is not on any block list. We take, we look at this very carefully and ensure that it is not. And we check this on a daily basis. Okay.
Dr. Linus, may I add to as well? I'm sorry about this. I sent mine as well.
Okay.
Mine is from Hotmail, and I'm not seeing that as well. And mine was at 22 something. I'm not seeing it.
Okay, let me refresh and see if it's come through now. Okay, what service did you use to send?
Hotmail.
Ah, you used Hotmail. Okay,
Yes.
so you see the difference. Sister Pauline used Hotmail, hers came through. You've used Hotmail, yours hasn't come through. I replied to Sister Pauline using Hotmail, it didn't get delivered. I replied to Brother Elad using Gmail, it got delivered. Now, if we have somebody here who is using...
And I received mine already a long time ago.
You received yours a long time ago on Endless Live. Now, if we have somebody here who is using Inbox, Swifin Mailbox, let me see which one this is. This is, okay, this is another Gmail. We can also try to reply to this and see. Thanks. So Daniel Ishaya, you can confirm if you have received it. So what we're trying to avoid is this discrepancy in deliverability of messaging. But if anyone on the platform has a Swifin mailbox already, then we can test that end to end and see what the experience would be. It would be swift and instant. Okay, this is another Gmail. So Daniel, did you get a response back? All right, I think that is now belaboring the point. I wanted to illustrate how you can.
Yeah, I have seen mine.
You've seen
Daniel
yours.
Ishaya.
Okay.
Yes, I have received it.
Very good.
Yeah, I just sent another one from Inbox.
And that's 23 seconds ago. We've got it. And if I just reply to that, I mean, the response should be fairly instant. I'll say thanks.
Instant.
Reply. Okay.
And I've got it.
You've got it. So it should be instant. Now, what this means is that not only can we use this to ensure that our email activations are coming through, our password resets are coming through, we are getting the kind of support that we need from the support team instantly, and the messages are coming through, but we can also use it as a medium for secure communication between members of the community. Okay, so when you're doing a transaction with somebody, then you can rely on this as a medium of communication and exchanging information, and you know that they will receive it. Okay, so on that note, I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and then we can go back and perhaps take questions and go through the issues. I know Brother Mbi said we need to stick to the time, and we must. So we have a few minutes for questions before we close for the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Linus, very much. Wonderful presentation, straight and to the point. Brother Mbi, do you want to take over from here so you can, because my pronunciation is not that good and I have to just hold my hand up and stay in my lane. So I don't know if you want to take on
okay. So,
take on the names.
So the first question we're going to take is from Jude. Judayo, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
How are you?
I'm fine, sir. Good day, everyone here. This is Jude from Nigeria, Benue State. My question is about the mailbox. I have used my Lumi to purchase this mailbox, and 10 Lumi has been debited to my account, and the mailbox has been created and fixed on my Swifin account. But eventually, I don't know the password. That is why.
Okay, so if you order this through your Swifin account and you pay with Lumi, then you need to check the message that came back informing you that the order has been processed. In there, you would find your username and your password.
Or there is no message yet.
Oh, you need to log into your Swifin account.
Yes, I log in, and I'm doubting whether it will appear in the email, but I checked my email, but I didn't see anything.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, if that is the case, then we need to fix that. Are you able to share your screen at all? Are you able to do that?
No.
You cannot share your screen?
Yes.
Okay.
But Jude, the message should be in your account where the messages are. That's where you should see the message, not in your email.
Okay, I will check back.
Yes, because you if you're happy for me to share the details of that transaction, which for the interest of everyone else, then I can bring it up and then we can have a look at it. What's your Swifin ID?
And then what you could do is that, Dr. Linus, in doing that, you can show him how to change his password, how to access and how to change his password.
That's correct. So do you have a Swifin ID for your account that you can give us?
Yes, I will log out and check it.
Or I can go by the transaction if I use your name. Okay, what's the name of your account? I just want us to do this quickly.
Ayo, Nana Jude.
Nanan Jude.
Yes.
While Dr. Linus and Brother MB is doing this exercise, can everyone else except you, Brother Nayo, everyone else, can you please stay muted? Because you're interrupting and we're getting a feedback. Please stay muted until you are asked the question. Thank you.
Yeah, for me to search with your name, the names need to be in the order that they are on your account. Do you know the order of your names in the account? Is Ayo as in A-Y-O-O?
Yes.
Okay, and the middle name is?
Nane.
N-A-N?
E-N.
E-N.
Okay.
Nanen Jude. I can see two accounts for Nanen. Ayo Nanen. Okay. Are you happy for me to share my screen and show the way that this transaction is handled?
Yes.
All right. So this works in much the same way as any transfer that you initiate from your account into Transact. It's handled using the same process. So this is the transaction here. And you can see here, Ayo, that this transaction was completed. It's a mailbox payment. It has been processed as the status, and the comment is that the username is jude.io@inbox.swifin.com and the password is jude.io. Are you saying you did not see this? You need to look at the transaction because it would be on your account.
Okay.
Can you log in? The payment of 10 AKL that you're talking about, can you go to that payment? You need to go to you need to click on the magnifying glass.
Okay.
Next to the transaction, click on the magnifying glass next to transaction to open it. And then your username and password is part of that transaction. Of course, you can change it, but when it is created, that is how you are informed that it has been created and it's available.
Okay.
Can you see it?
Yes, I can see.
Can you see the username and password as part of the transaction?
Yes.
Okay, so that's how you are informed. Check the transaction because it's part of is information which is relating to that particular transaction. Okay.
All right.
Now, what you do is you get your, do you want to allow me to log into your account for the purpose of the demonstration for everybody?
Yes, you can log in.
Okay, so the username is the email address and the password is as it is. So you go to Mailbox and you click on log into Mailbox. Of course, if you're already logged in, then you need to log out. Sister Audrey, yours has finally come in.
Yes, I'm seeing it.
Yes, as you can see, and that came in from Hotmail.
From Hotmail.
Okay, but you see
That's
the difference. I mean, it's delayed. It came in a bit later. We've got one from Sister Juanita, and that's from. Okay, that's a Swifin Mailbox. Usually that'll be instant, and so forth. Okay, so let's log out. And then we need to put the username and password, which is your email address. And then the password we said was this. Okay, please, you can log in and change it immediately after this meeting.
All right, sir.
And then you click login.
We will show you where to change right now.
Okay.
You can make some very basic changes to the settings, but I'll let you play with that. This is a mobile version. Okay, this is what it would look like on a mobile phone. If you want the desktop view, then you just click on this desktop view and you can see the inbox here and everything. Your email address is jude.io@inbox.swifin.com. Anyone who sends a message to that address now, we should be able to receive it. It will come in right here. And if you want to send messages, you just click on new, and that's how you do it. You put the address to which you want the message to go, the subject, the body of the message, and then you send. It's really very basic, but it works, and it's very quick, very swift. That's the idea. If you want to change the way it looks, again, play with it. You can go to settings, and you can look at the themes, and you can choose a different kind of view from this list. Okay, but it's limited to these settings that you can use, but it's up to you what you decide to use. Okay, and then of course you log out. Okay, changing your password. So you'll go to settings and you click on password, and then from here you'll put your current password and then put a new password and then click set new password, and that's how you change your password. Okay.
Sure, so, take it again so he's not lost.
Okay, so you go to you click on this little icon on the top right with something like an image. You go to settings. Make sure you click on password. You enter the current password and then the new password, and then you click on set new password. To get out, you just click log out and you're off. Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right, Jude. Thank you.
Sir?
The next person is Nathan.
So can I ask you the other one?
Come again?
Okay. To clear me more, whether I can use this method and buy bundle.
Oh, okay. So you want to buy a bundle and you want to know if you can buy a bundle through this method.
Yes, sir.
No, you couldn't buy a bundle through this method.
This is not how you buy a bundle.
To buy a bundle, you need to go online and buy a bundle with a bank card and pad pay in US dollars and pad pay in Lumi. A bundle will cost you, look, a bundle of 10 will cost you 10 Lumi plus 10 US dollars. Now, when you want to buy a single and you're paying in Lumi, it costs you 10 Lumi only. So it's better actually to buy a bundle and then sell that because you get your Lumi back and you get some additional US dollars. The idea is to encourage members of the community to get this, because it is members of the community who are doing the work to onboard other people. And so we want them to have access to some portion of fiat that they can use to buy data to continue the great work that they're doing. So if you're buying a single and you're paying with a bank card because you don't have Lumi, it'll cost you $50.88 cents. If you're buying a single and you're paying completely in Lumi, it will cost you 10 Lumi. Now, actually, it's more expensive in Lumi, because if you were to convert your Lumi into US dollars, then that's probably about 150, right? So we want to encourage the community to start trading with themselves. This is important because this is an example of how you can create a product and sell that product on the platform in a combination of fiat and a combination of Lumi, or sell it completely as Lumi. So, for example, in the case of the mailbox, when you place your order, we obviously create your mailbox and deliver you with a mailbox, a username and password. Now, if you wanted to buy a bunch of plantains or a bunch of bananas, then you could pay the person that's selling you bananas in Lumi, and then you just go and collect your bananas where they tell you to go and collect your bananas. Or if it's in a local market, you can pay them in Lumi, and then you pick up your bunch of bananas and go. So the idea is for the community to start being creative about the kind of services they can come up with that other members of the community can buy from them in Lumi. And you can see a very clear example on how you can now begin to exchange Lumi for goods and services.
I can see that the list of questions have just suddenly doubled. So we would take the 5 people who were on the, who initially raised their hands, and those that were unable to take their questions this evening. We will start with their questions tomorrow. The next person is Nathan.
Okay. Good evening to our leaders.
We're just as a way of caution, we need to move a bit quick so that we can deal with as many people as possible. So just ask your question and let's move. Thank you.
Okay. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I think some of the questions have been answered in some clarifications concerning the buying of the mailbox. I think I wanted to ask about how one can buy the mailbox in bulk, and but that question has been answered. Now I don't know. Dr. Linus made mention of when he was enlisting the items we will discuss in the meeting. He made mention of how to use, to chat with someone on Transact. I don't think he has not talked about that point yet. Or I don't know whether it
okay,
may be.
So that point, he has not, he didn't present. No, he didn't present that point. I think we'll show that tomorrow, because if we want to go into, we'll show that tomorrow in the meeting tomorrow.
It's okay. And
yes.
He talked about I don't know why the cost of the mailbox in Lumi is higher than in other currencies.
Okay, so that is the point that Dr. Linus made at the end, to say that the reason why it's like that is to is to show that when you want to just get a single mailbox, it is a lot more expensive. It's better to get it from one of the community leaders in your community who has bundles available to them. The reason why we are doing this is so that we can encourage each person to be able to especially the people who are doing the work on the ground, wasting their using their data and all of that, and helping other community members to set them up. So it's just to give them the opportunity as well to be able to recoup some of their data costs as they support the community and keep on improving and doing the work they are doing, the fantastic job they are doing in the communities. And you are one of them, Nathan, because we have engaged quite extensively. So that's the reason why we've made it that way. We made it a lot cheaper to be able to get a bundle, so that when you get the bundle, you can also trade with the bundle, and it gives you a little bit of money to top up your data again and carry on going. Yeah.
There is no incentive. There is no incentive really for somebody to come and buy direct on Connect, apart from the convenience.
Yeah.
Just post a message on Connect and say, I need a mailbox. Is there anybody in the community who has a mailbox? And you get it cheaper from them.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to buy one yourself individually. It just makes sense. So we want to eliminate the incentive for people to think that they can bypass community members who are helping them.
Agents and community agents and people who are supporting them in the community, that they can just bypass and come on to Connect and buy. That we are trying to discourage.
We want to discourage that. And the only way to discourage it is to make it more expensive. I mean, who would want to do that? Other than for the fact that it's convenient. Maybe you don't know anybody in your community at that particular point in time. But if go on, just put a message on Connect.
On Connect. Yeah. Go on to Connect. Okay. Thank you so much, Nathan. The next person is Tieno. Bonsoir. Votre micro est coupé.
Bonsoir.
Bonsoir, bonsoir. Comment ça va?
Ça va bien. Et la santé?
Ah, on est là. Nous sommes en train de pousser comme il faut. Comment va Ziguinchor aujourd'hui?
Oui, tout va bien dans l'ensemble, tout va bien.
D'accord, d'accord.
Ok, ok, d'accord. Merci beaucoup de me donner la parole. Ok, j'avais deux soucis. Ma première question est, depuis le 23, j'ai fait un transfert au niveau de Transat, mais ils n'ont pas accepté. La lettre que j'ai eue, ils ont dit que j'avais le compte KYC, ça représente deux comptes à mon nom. Et ça, j'ai un souci. Oui, ça, j'ai un souci. Pourquoi cela? Et la deuxième question, ça, c'est concernant le mailbox. Ça, j'ai besoin de ça urgent parce que ici, au niveau de notre communauté, c'était ça seulement.
Non, je sais. Moro is the leader in Senegal, and the request for mailbox is a lot. Nangamso, please mute. Yeah, thank you. So the request for mailboxes there is a lot, and we were meant to have done his transaction on Friday, but we have not been able to do it. So nous allons travailler sur ta transaction demain à l'heure qui sera convenable pour celui qui va utiliser la carte. And what they've even done, it's really amazing. I think I should share this story. What they've done is that they've consolidated, and all the people who need mailboxes have sent their details to their leader. And then the leader himself does not have a card. The leader is paying in CFA, and then there's someone who has the card who is not even in Senegal, who is paying for the mailbox on their behalf. And that is being really creative. So our community members are really thinking outside of the box. We don't have this card. How do we get the mailboxes? They consolidated, came together, got the money to their leader. Their leader organized, got someone with a card, and the person with the card is going to buy the mailbox on behalf of everyone. And that's what we are talking about. Donc, pour l'autre question, ce que je suggère, c'est que nous allons travailler là-dessus demain. Donc, on va fixer le rendez-vous le matin et puis on va travailler là-dessus parce que c'est sûr qu'il y a une erreur quelque part. Nous allons regarder ensemble. OK?
D'accord.
Ouais.
OK, merci beaucoup.
Yeah. Okay, so I just thought I should explain, what has happened in Senegal. But for me, I found that really, really creative and very, very clever what they did. The next person is Coach Monica.
Brother Mbi, just on that point, before we go to the next question, I think it's important for us to open our eyes to the reality that our people are facing on the ground. When we talk about financial exclusion and the fact that many people are not able to participate in the real economy, this is what we are talking about. This is a group of people in a whole country that are not able to buy things online. They are not able to participate in the new digital economy. So even if they had a product that they were selling, they would not be able to sell it online because they don't have access. And what we want to do is to create the opportunity where the Lumi becomes that single instrument that can empower individuals to participate in the modern digital economy, no matter where they are, no matter their class and rank in society. We want everybody to have access. And that's why this movement is so important. And it's so important that we get it right and that everybody is included. You have witnessed yourself and seen how easy it is to actually make the same purchase just with Lumi online. A few clicks and it's done. We want that kind of experience for everybody.
Yeah.
We will get there.
Yeah. Coach Monica, you have the floor.
Okay, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, I had an issue. I tried to register on the Swifin Connect, and whenever I do the password, forget password, I did forget password, and they send me an email, and then after I click on the email, it is saying that I should verify the account, the email that I used to register, but I'm not getting any code to do the register, to verify the email. They're not sending me any code to register, to verify the email.
Yeah, so what email address did you use?
Gmail.
You used Gmail. So, generally you should have received it. And if you haven't received, all you can do is refresh the request, right? And because that's why we're talking about the Swifin Mailbox, because anyone who uses the Swifin Mailbox would hardly have this kind of problem. We actually got to this point because we realized that people were having this kind of issues. You would do what you need to do, and then you would not receive the verification email, and that's what we are trying to avoid.
Okay.
Dr. Linus, were you saying something?
No, that's correct. That's correct. That's the problem we are trying to solve. And we didn't just stumble across this by accident. It's based on data of the thousands and thousands of messages that we have tried to send out, and they haven't been delivered.
They don't get delivered. So maybe what we need to do is for you to get a Swifin Mailbox and then start from there. Do you have an account?
Yes, I had an account, but I can't. I'm not able to log in the account.
Do you have Connect? Do you have account? Do you have Transact?
None. Just Swifin account, but
okay. So I think we need to do some work with you, because just because I see that you not really know which account is which and what is what, apart from the fact that you have not received the verification email. So my suggestion is that Brother Patrick, please, Brother Patrick.
Hello, sir.
Yes, please just connect with our sister here and maybe take her through the different accounts. Maybe what we do is that if maybe when you are doing that, we should set her, or we'll try and see how we set her, create an inbox account for her, so that it makes it easy, and you can see we can see the process, everything being set up as required. I think that would be a lot easier. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir. So maybe just continue with her inbox, so that we can go to the next people. We have literally 3 to 5 minutes now to wrap up, and there are 2 more people that we need to take. So, Coach, please go to a private message and send your details to Brother Patrick. You will see him on the list. And Brother Patrick, maybe send her also a message, a private message.
Yes, I'm trying to send a private message with my WhatsApp number.
With your WhatsApp number, so that we can take it up from there. Yeah. Okay. The next person is Cyprian.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Cyprian, you have the floor. Please, quickly. We have literally 3 to 5 minutes to go. Okay, is he there? Okay, I see he's not there. We're moving on.
Father MB, could we possibly include Jakob, please? Because he's been on several
hello,
sessions.
Good evening.
Yeah. Okay, Cyprian is here. Please go. The next person is Jakob. And I think we'll end with Jakob.
Good evening. Good evening. I extend greetings from Nigeria.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. This is Brother Jakob from Ethiopia.
Jakob, can you just hold on, please?
Jakob, just one moment. We'll come back to you, Brother Jakob. Cyprian, please carry on.
Yeah, I have a question. I've been trying to purchase this Mailbox with my debit card, but they are denying me. I don't know. They keep telling me the card was declined. I don't know if it is fault for my debit or debit card or something.
Where are you? Where are you? Are you in Nigeria?
Yeah, I'm in Nigeria.
Okay. There is actually an issue in Nigeria right now with purchases with Visa and MasterCards. So I'm not sure if this is not part of the problem. It's a national problem. In fact, there's a hold that has been put by the central bank for people purchasing with cards purchasing especially products out of Nigeria. So
yeah, I'm clear on that already.
Yeah. So we'll need to check. We'll need to check and see what other solution we can come up with. What we can do, send me a WhatsApp I'm going to send, let me just send you a private message. Send me a WhatsApp.
Okay.
We'll try and see what solution we can put in place for you.
Okay, I'm purchasing with the AKL. They keep telling me the payment cannot be performed. For more details, contact the administrator. I don't know what problem is it.
With AKL, you just need to go into. You saw the presentation this evening, right?
Sorry, I wasn't on earlier. I couldn't see it.
Okay, then my suggestion is go onto YouTube and see the presentation. You would understand.
Okay, but you're sending
That's
me
my
the private
suggestion.
message, bar. So
I'm sending you a private message right now. Yes, then send me a WhatsApp. We'll come up with a plan on how to. You want to buy a bundle, right? Cyprian, you want to buy a bundle?
Yeah, I want to buy a bundle.
Okay, so which means it's 10 AKL, 10 Lumi. Let's see how we can organize that. Send me a message tomorrow.
All right. Let me just have the WhatsApp.
Thank you. All right. I've sent you the WhatsApp. And then okay. Brother Yakub, have a good evening, Cyprian. Brother Yakub will be the last person we will take for today. Go ahead.
Yeah, good. Yeah, good evening, and thank you very much for this opportunity. Well, my question is to I'm living in Ethiopia. I'm in Ethiopia, and I don't know how this if this connected work. I would like to buy a bundle. I don't know how. Can you show me how to get it? My email.
How to get a bundle on the platform. I see you are showing your screen. What we'll do is that please join the meeting tomorrow. We'll start with a quick presentation on how to access the bundle.
Okay.
Yes, we'll do that first thing tomorrow in the meeting.
Thank you very much.
To get a bundle. Yeah.
And in Ethiopia, I don't know how this Lumi works. So tomorrow.
So you can also check on the chat. Dr. Linus has just put the link on how to get the bundle. You click there and you can follow. You just click on the chat in the meeting. Now Dr. Linus has just dropped the link. You can pick up there. But we will show it again one more time tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Let me just take one last person. Françoise Boukourou. C'est le français. C'est Burundi. Vous êtes au Burundi. Françoise, votre micro est coupé. Your microphone is off. Okay, if Françoise is not there. So I think we are now at the end of this session. Dr. Linus, your parting shot.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, thank you very much for this opportunity. I'm Françoise from. I have a question for at Gmail verification. I created it on 31 October 22, 2022. So when I heard about submit to complete the form there at my contact, my transact. When I return there in message, I am not able to enter there. They write for me the message that my account has been suspended.
Okay. So do you have access to help on Connect?
I have a Connect account now.
Okay, yes, please go on to Connect, go on to Help, okay? And then open a ticket and just say what has happened to your account so that we can trace it and see what the issue is.
Okay, but Saturday, Saturday I did that, but so now I have a ticket. Today I tried to.
Did you post a ticket?
Sorry?
Did you post a ticket?
Yes, I have it now, but I don't know how to use it for entering in my Gmail verification.
No. So the ticket is on Connect. Let me show you where you go. I'm just going to share my screen quickly. I thought we were ending, but this is important. It seems you are also you don't get it. Let me just show you where we are. I was actually, while you were talking, as you said, you have it. I open and want to see if you have it. Can you see my screen?
I don't see it.
Yes, it's come out. It's just come out.
Okay.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
It, but it's so small.
So get on your Connect.
Okay.
Can you see it now?
Okay, thank you. I can see well.
So when you get onto your Connect, you go onto this menu. You go on to this menu here. Okay. And then you come to this one, which says Help. You go to this one that says Ticket.
Okay.
You click onto this one that says Ticket. It will open. Then you write what your problem is and in which account. I'm not sure. I've gone blank there, but I'm sure it's going to come back. Okay. Oops. Okay. So you go there, Help, you go Ticket, and then you enter, you type what your problem is in the ticket and submit. When you submit, we will pick that up in the back end and we would investigate what is wrong with your account. Is that clear? Is that clear?
Can I interject? Brother MB, can I just interject on this one? Is that okay with you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Right. Francois, you're saying that your account has now been blocked or something. What did you say, your account?
On Saturday, I received a message told me that I have a ticket now, and I tried to enter that message. I saw the message that I have the mistake on.
Maybe what's happened is because you've got, I can see that your initial says JM Francois Baruku. If you've got other accounts that you've got Francois first and then whatever the J means, what does a J mean? Jean?
Jeanne-Marie Françoise.
Right. So if you swap and change your names around on various accounts, it will be rejected. Yeah, so your name has to be the same as your ID on all the accounts. That's your Swifin account, your Connect account, and your Transact account. It has to be the same. So if your Swifin account is Francois Jean Marie, and your Connect account is Jean Maurice Francois, it is going to be rejected, ma'am. Okay, so it's important, and this goes for everyone here. If you keep swapping and changing your names around, we will have no alternative but to reject any transactions that you put through, because we don't know if this is the same person or this is a different person.
Exactly.
Okay, so it is vital, it is important. So if your Swifin account says JM Francois, Your connect account says JM Francois. Your transact account says JM Francois, and your ID says JM Francois. That's fine. But if your ID says Jean, I don't know that J means Jean. That J could mean Janet. That J could mean Jennifer. That J could mean anything else. So it just saying J does not mean anything. So it's important that you use whatever name is on your ID to ensure that your KYC is approved. And once your KYC is approved, then it's a likelihood your other accounts will be approved. But if one of them is wrong, because you've changed your name around, that they will be rejected. And also, just for everyone else on the platform here, once you've completed your KYC, and if your account, your 16 digit starts with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that is the start of your Swifin account, you cannot then transfer from a Swifin account that is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It will not work. So whatever account you have associated with your KYC, that is the only account you can transfer from and into at this present moment in time. So please do not try and transfer from another Swifin account because someone has asked you to or whatever. It will not work and it will go on your record. So please, ma'am, check your accounts to make sure all your accounts are saying exactly the same thing. JM alone will not do.
On the same note, Sister Pauline, just talk about the fact that somebody is called John Lewis and he enters his name is John, and he expects, we cannot know when we go and inspect and check on the names. We cannot guess. There are a lot of Johns, and when you put John on alone, there's John Maxwell, John Etube, John Tembo, John Request. We will never know whose John is that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we will reject you. We will reject
and there will be 1,000, 2,000 Johns.
Yes.
Which one do you pick?
Yeah. So we will reject you. So it's important, ma'am, that you go in and check your accounts, because if they are not correct, they're not according to your ID that you provided, and if your ID is not clear and visible, because we have very strong melanated people among us. We know where we're coming from, and if you've taken an ID and we cannot see your face clearly, that's another form of rejection. Yeah. Okay, so please ensure that your ID you're provided is clearly visible. Okay, both the writing as well as the photo. We want to see a photo of your face. Okay, when you're uploading your ID, we want to see a photo of your face, not necessarily your garments. So you can just take a selfie or a passport size picture of your face, so that if you've got any distinguishing marks, it shows up. We know that distinguished mark is going to be on all your profiles, etc. Yeah, so it's just as important, because if you went to a bank, one of your local banks, and they ask you to provide an ID, you would not provide them an ID that they cannot see you clearly on. So don't treat us any differently, because it is important. You will be rejected, ma'am. So I would suggest you go back, check all your accounts, make sure all of them are written in exactly the same manner as your ID, your first name. Different people do it different way. They put their last name first, their family name. They put their family name. Please do not unmute yourselves, because I will put you in the waiting room. Yeah, they put their last name first, and then they put their first name next, and then they put their middle name at the end. That is fine, because we understand that. Or they put their family name at the end, their first name and their middle name, and then their family name. That is fine. But as long as it's uniformed on all their accounts, because you could have a last name of Lewis, which is also a first name, which is also a middle name. We do not know. And we're not going to call you to say, oh, which one is it? Is this your last name? Is this your family name? Is this your middle name? No, we're just going to reject you, ma'am. So please, going forward, check those out. And that's probably why your account has been suspended for the time being, because we've got different names on different accounts in different orders. Okay? Thank you, Brother Ambi.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Dr. Linus?
Yes.
Your parting shot, man. We are at the end. We've overshot our time slightly, but that's not bad. At least we are kind of containing.
Wonderful. Well, in that case, all that remains is good night. And see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. For everyone whose question has not been answered, know that we are going to take your questions tomorrow.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And the movement goes on.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, everyone. Enjoy your evening. Sorry, Tunde, Pamela, Gilbert, Mutuku. We can see your hands, but we are really out of time. We will take your questions tomorrow. Have a good night. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Okay, merci, bonne soirée.
Merci, Gilbert. Merci.
Good night, everyone.
Dr. Linus. Dr. Linus.